Hey, welcome back to the farm. We have trees here. And I had a question about my wreath machine. So I'm gonna kind of take you down here through our little lean-to into the wreath room. And then I'll flip the camera around and kind of show how the wreath table turned out. And so here in Michigan, we are getting a big snowstorm, rain, snow, sleet. So this is a good activity to do. Kind of getting ourselves ramped up for season to start next week. Our opening day is next Saturday, so we have about a week. But we went and I went to a farm and cut some trees here locally to put on our farm. But we have a lot of Fraser fir boughs that I can use for wreath stuff. So I'll show you how a little table works. And hopefully that you can make something similar for your shop. This one we built for 2 people. I've only really been using this one because, let me turn this just a little bit. Over here behind me, I keep all my greens so I can just turn, make my bundles, and then make my wreath. So this turned out really well, I think, because your wreath form sits right on the table flat, and you can just rotate this right around. Pretty much the longest part of making a wreath, probably in general, is just getting your material cut and assembling the little bunches. I do, I don't know, 4 or 5 pieces. Then I crimp it. So I've moved you closer to the table here, and I'm going to make just kind of a little quick Fraser fir wreath. I'll probably just put 2 or 3 pieces together, about something like that. And I used my table actually to kind of measure for my bough lengths. This is about 1 foot from the edge of the table to the edge of the metal bracket, and so it seems to work about right. But like I said, this is the part that takes the longest, is getting everything kind of bunched together. Use 3 or 4 pieces at once. I made both of these so that my assistant could help me, but normally I'll be bunching stuff together while she is clamping. It seems to go a little bit quicker even than if I just do it all myself. So I'll do just a few and kind of show you how it looks. If you want to make a table like this, check out my other video, and I'll put a link up here for you to check it out. But it was a pretty easy little build, and this is like the perfect height. And around our farm, I always try to repurpose everything I can. This was some 2x4s for the legs that were came from an old house we tore out from my day job. So see, I'm gonna kind of check. Right here is too long. Normally I have a trash can sitting right here so I can just chop stuff into it. And that was the other thing, all my trash barrels go right like underneath here at this height. This is gonna turn out to be a pretty nice little wreath. Other thing I noticed is you need to have good cutters. and they don't stay sharp very long. For this wreath, I'm just really using 3 little pieces at a time. This one's not going to be a fancy wreath. Sometimes I like to mix a lot of different greens together to make different kind of textures. I like holly. We have these juniper tree. A lot of our stuff I call more of like a European style. The pieces are a little bit more wild than what you would think of a traditional wreath. But I kind of like that style. Myself, it's kind of a different style that you see around. This Fraser one's going to kind of be more of a normal style. Then the worst one, of course, is your last one. You got to try to tuck down in there. So let's see if I have enough greens here to finish this. Looks like I'm gonna. Of course, it needs to be trimmed, but there you go. Took me about 5 minutes to make this wreath with this new clamp system. Someone asked me if I would change anything about how height or anything like that, and the table height is like perfect, I feel like. And if you need those dimensions, it probably would change depending on what your height is, but it works well for what my height is. So, hey, thanks for watching. Hopefully this answers some more questions. Kind of shows you how to make a quick little wreath. And I'll probably put some pine cones on this one and a nice bow, and we'll hang it out front by the shop. So check out our other videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.